Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Can I have some feedback on, um, let's say, the sound with this, and if you're seeing this worldwide logo on the bottom of the screen? Thank you. Someone can put this in the comments. It'll be blissful. Okay, thank you, Nadia. Nadia. Excellent. This is more so just a test, so I won't be on here too long with it. Just as you can see, we're stepping it up. Brother Lee already has this uh, when he does interviews and any broadcasting. Uh, so it is time that I have it, our logo with our broadcasting, which we'll be doing. For as everyone knows, GPMS is growing consistently, and at any time in the blink of an eye, these numbers can increase exponentially and also substantially. Great. So just getting used to some new tech here. So currently, while I'm on here, a little bit of energetic updates. Of course, always lots of energy being applied to the surface. However, what I must say is mentioned before, I had said there would be new energetics being applied to the surface, and part of this I put out in one of the posts where the scientists, if you will, the scientific community are confirming it. That once again, they are finding these new energetic elements, if you will, being applied. And again, I am who I say I am, and when I put out information, it is accurate. And there's always the confirmations with it. So that is for the benefit of anyone that is new watching this. All of you that know me somewhat, you already know this. Thank you, Agnes. Yeah, she says great from upstairs. Her and Femke are having some chat time and looking, I guess, to see if Trump is going to speak at his rally, if you will. And mentioning Trump and, of course, all the truthers and patriots, all of those groups must unify, unite, and converge in with the template that is set up within GPMS. It is the only way for humanity to completely escape the controls of the money and, of course, the null and void legal systems. And with that, I'll even take it out to international law. Um, it is not in effect, and it cannot have any effect, and especially with international law, where leaders of countries were supposed to uphold it in respect to humanitarian rights, and they did not do that. Actually, they violated and contravened the policies of international law, thus nullifying it. So it has no credence because it has become biased. It also cannot serve to judge. And this occurred at least 2 years ago, but also prior to that. So what occurs in the circumstance when international law was not upheld by the components administered to uphold it? It enacts instantly the people's law as the highest law of the land with it, and the people's law is the divine law. It is the superior law, and it is based on the God-given rights of the individual, and it is absolute in concrete as a result. Also, having said this, where international laws and individual country laws were not upheld to assure and preserve the individual rights, what also has occurred with respect to that is that it is all deteriorating and crumbling. So not only the international laws, but also the individual national laws have no force and no effect, and they cannot be applied lawfully. So there is the conjecture by ones that are not into the full awakening yet that they are controlled and subjugated to these suppressive laws, and that is not correct. As many of you will see, the numbers of ones that are awake and aware enough of their sovereignty, these are huge numbers, and upon the unity of them all in one place with GPMS dot world, with that voice gathered, it creates the majority voice worldwide, and it completely disempowers any of what you call the deep state, the darkness, the elites, the globalists. Any of that agenda has been thwarted for the very reason that GPMS exists and is uniting the people's voice worldwide with also the template, the simple template for the new monetary system for all, which places every individual into complete abundance, and also the simplified laws. And it is rather simple, meaning that morally and ethically contained within each one's hearts is the knowing of what is right and wrong, and that does not need to be written. So it is kept very simple as a guideline as we go forward. What I can do is assure all of you, as many of you already know, you are absolutely in the most glorious, amazing, unprecedented times ever known to humanity. And having said this, yes, the ones that need to be awakened are going to incur even more suppression and enslavement-like experiences until they stand as well and take their rightful positions and individual positions as standing up for their God-given rights, and also joining the worldwide community that GPMS creates. So when everyone is all together operating as one unit, it is invincible to what you call the deep state, the darkness, or what have you. And one of the main ways that GPMS fully disempowers the darkness and the deep state is it activates the intrinsic value of each individual, your ability, each individual's your ability to create money, but come together as a whole, as a majority, and you just create it. And essentially, all money is just created from an individual that has a thought and punches some numbers in, and then with the numbers after they punch it in, they establish a control over humanity. But in the way that GPMS does it, it's no control, it's for humane purposes to free humanity fully, to liberate humanity and place them in a full place of comfort, and very quickly all of humanity heals in that environment. This present environment, humanity cannot heal, so it has been divinely assured that the healing environment is being created through GPMS.world. And one of the essential steps in creating that healing environment for humanity is freeing them from, let's say, their workload and being part of the routine of long hours of work every day, and not being in their consciousness enough to awake, but also being controlled and stressed by money. So GPMS does the opposite. It frees them. They're not obligated to work long hours. They only contribute to a worldwide society at a fraction of hours. Also, it takes the full financial stress off of them, whereas money is always coming to each one. So there's never a worry about money in the now or the future. What GPMS provides is over and above what one needs to survive, and places them in complete abundance. But at the same time, not only does it place every individual in complete freedom and abundance, it also instantly funds up all of the essential goods and services worldwide, and also instantly funds every humanitarian project, every restoration project of the planet. And it's because when money becomes no object, that there is the unlimited supply of it, what GPMS creates, then instantly the world is put into the free cleanup environment, stress-free, where everyone's happy and no burdens, and also your diseases are lifted. So by doing this one thing, at changing the control of money from where people had to work hard and they were controlled by the money, by flipping it and using money for the good, it changes everything, and it puts them in the stress-free environment, and they advance out of this savage world. So this is the providence, and this is the GPMS is the deliverance vehicle to do that. So it's a matter of choice, and as each one registers their choice, their consent on the website, it is manually, or materially, I should say, is tallied up every day, and you can watch the numbers climb. So it is a very real thing that you can watch it build, being constructed, and come to fruition. Now this changes with when you compare it to things like the QFS, NESARA, or GESARA. There is never any factual numbers behind it. It is only the hope that some individuals would do it. But there is never anything factual really to back it up. So with GPMS, that is the difference with it, and why GPMS is concrete. You are collecting the actual voice that is supporting it to bring it into creation. Things like the quantum financial system, GESARA and NESARA, cannot come in to creation because it's not supported by a real tangible vote of the people. So things need to be ratified, if you will, by the majority of the people upon the planet. So things like Jacera and Nasera, it's why they never came to fruition, because there was not a worldwide referendum or vote done on it by the people to support it, to enact it, and bring it into fruition. And this with GPMS, this is why GPMS is the ultimate solution. There is no other solution, because it collects the supporting voice, then it is created. So you can see GPMS in action, actually being created with the amount of consents as it continuously grows. With the other Jacera, QFS, Swiss Indo, prosperity funds, there is no accreditation that is like this, what GPMS has. You don't see any actual numbers. All you see is a wishful thinking that is being put out by many. You don't see anything substantial. Now, I know you have seen or interpreted variation orders and executive orders, if you will, that's been put out. However, what I strongly suggest for ones is to test the credibility of and to actually validate what is actually said by governments, interpret it fully, and also look at the source of some of these documents, where they're coming from. Is it an actual accredited governmental office source or what have you? But beyond that point, really you can if you wish. What I say is don't even waste your time on it. Just get united, become aware, give the GPMS choice to your friends, your family, your people, and then very quickly everyone gets on board in the GPMS all-inclusive providence for humanity gets created. So it depends on each one. The longer one hesitates, and if everyone keeps procrastinating and hesitating, yeah, it'll take longer, because there'll be more misery to be incurred and endured. But you can make the simple choice and end all of that, very quickly. And just to let you know the caliber of GPMS, let's just say if we had the majority voice right now, in about 2 days, everyone would be receiving these huge initiation checks, inception checks, and all of the worldwide essential goods and services receiving like just open funding with everything. There is no accounting with the GPMS. There is no ledger. There is no complicated looping structures, because it's not what GPMS is. It's open flow funding for everyone. It does not have to be accounted for. There is no reason to account for an unlimited supply of money. So it keeps it very simple. I anticipate in the very near future that perhaps Lee and I will be having a good discussion with perhaps 5 world economists, so that they can better grasp it and get an understanding on it and purvey it to the people. As we go forward, there are going to be these ones, if you will, that are awakened for these tasks. So they are designated divinely to play these roles as well, and to carry it out, and perhaps to be at least a minimal part of the administration of getting the ideology and the concept quickly to the rest of the world, if required. However, this is the people's movement. The people are doing this. I am a guardian. There's many other like guardians out there that takes this forward and assures it for humanity. Um, if this was not guaranteed, if you will, I would not be sitting here today. GPMS would not exist. So having said that, this is what validates it as being the real, genuine thing. It's very real. I know there is no guesswork with this. I know what and who I am. Also, others that are in GPMS also know this. We are certain and we are absolutely fully confident because this is divinely backed. It comes from Source, from Creator, from God, and what have you. It's the reason why it has come this far and continues to grow. So there is no doubt with this. It is absolute. It is just this transitioning of getting humanity aware of what it is. It is their full direction. It is their full deliverance to freedom and abundance and everything else that is good. So humanity does have the choice, and this is their choice. Stay in the old stagnant world, fighting for just to survive, or go into the harmonious, thriving community of all of humanity that are entering it. So you need to make your choice. You need to register your choice through your consent and put your support in there to create it. Every man, woman, and child's vote counts. If a child is 1 second old, their vote counts. They're born into this world as a shareholder of this world, and as a shareholder, every voice counts. So it's that simple. So I'll keep it short. Thank you all for listening, but I should look just see if there is any questions. Now it looks pretty good. That's great. So thank you everyone. This was just a test, and with the new logo, and maybe I'll get some nice graphics in the background like Brother Lee, and be sitting on our ship, you know, and all of the stars and the other ships going by. It's kind of cool if we need it, but the most important thing is what's written here on the screen. Let's see, where's my finger? Yeah, right there. Okay. Yeah, go there, find out about it, and get your vote recorded worldwide, wherever you may be, and share everything worldwide. So, kisses, winks, victory, love, light, and gratitude. You can hear the fans coming. Woo! More of the gang. So have a great one.